So our topic is that pretty much what's the difference between a dog and a cat?
Right.
So at the time of a cat being born and the time of a dog being born, the only thing they know is like eat, right? So they're trying to just eat and survive pretty much.
Right.
So after they turn 2, whenever you say, hey, come here to the dog comes. But then you say, hey, to the cat, come here. And the cat looks at you, and then the cat just like turns around and
They
walks
ignore
away.
you, but
But see, then we came to
But
the
that's not
topic.
so though, because she come when I call her. When I say, hey, come look,
Well,
certain keywords, she comes
okay, so
because I
some
trained her to do that.
But some keywords, right? But it's like one of those things of like, what in their mind makes it to where at that specific time one listens and the other doesn't.
I think it's training though. I think it's all about training, because if you get a dog and if you don't train a dog to come, train it, tell him it teaches its name. Once you name it, the dog ain't gonna know. Just like, for example, you get a puppy and let's say you name the puppy, I don't know, Fury. If I would have never taught Fury his name, because you have to tell them, you have to teach them, you have to call them, and they understand. Okay, this is my name. And I don't understand. I don't think they understand like Posh, the whole. They hear the tone of it, but they don't know Posh. To her, it's just, it's just. Whenever I say that, she know I'm talking to her because ain't nobody else in the house. So obviously she know I'm talking to her. But I think that's any animal. I think any mammal. You know what I'm saying. Since we talk about dogs and cats, but even with a dog, if you don't train the dog and teaches its name, it ain't gonna. By the time it turns a year old, how's it gonna know its name if you don't interact with it and train it? So that's part of the training.
And yeah, I guess.
But I think it's bred. I think it's also bred in them too over the eons, man. Because you got to think, man. Cavemen had dogs.
So would you say that it's so it would be a chemically? It would be okay. So for example, they would say like if we lived in water and we had to stay in water, eventually the first subset wouldn't really be able to survive it.
Right. But you would adapt.
But as those strong swimmers would.
Right.
Figure out how to survive in the water all the time, 24/7. Eventually, probably grow gills, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
So, like you're saying, it's potentially a chemically induced mindset over the eons of time,
right? To
where cats were just bred not to listen to people.
I think the thing about cats is that with cats were more bred to just be, just pets. When a dog was bred to be more than pets, they was bred to be hunters and whatnot. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Dogs are distinctly different from cats because, people would use dogs, and even small dogs like the little small Jack Russell Terriers, they will breed them to go, they could go in like little, like say if you hunting a fox, fox can go in little holes and get away. That's why they had these smaller dogs that will go in and run their ass out. So that's training. But cats, What do most people that own cats? They don't fucking walk them on a leash like I do, or train her to go. Like if I see a lizard, train her what look mean. Most people not doing that with cats.
Understand.
But with dogs, most people do train their dogs of some sort. Even if it's just gonna be a house pet, you know what I'm saying? You still gonna teach a dog his name. You gonna teach a dog how to sit, how to come, heel, how to walk on the leash. It's all in training. But I do believe that dogs naturally have a hunter's mindset, just like cats do. Cats are predators.
They are.
Yeah.
They know exactly how to take out.
But I think wild dogs like coyotes, that ain't number. That's like in the dog family, right? Yeah,
But because they're probably undomesticated and they don't have those eon of.
But you can domesticate.
training.
But some people keep wolves. Not wolves, but coyotes. Even wolves and coyotes. When they get them as pups, they have them as pets. But I still believe that.
I think, like you said, it's been chemically altering based off of the environment of how they're breeded. Pretty much, if they were born into domestication, then they will be mentally already domesticated based
kind of like slaves. You born into slavery, you're gonna already have a slave mindset.
But if you're born in the wilderness and you have to survive, technically it was already built into you, and then the environment just enhances it.
Just like with Posh. Okay, yeah, she's domesticated, but she still have enough primal instinct that if she still living on that porch, she gonna go fuck that shit up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just witnessed it. She wasn't even scared. She just, I
Yeah.
was like, oh my
But
God.
now, but before, when she first encountered a lizard, she wasn't afraid of it because she's bigger than it is. But when she tried to pick it up in her mouth and it bit her lip, and she was like, man, it scared her. But lizards don't hurt.
A mouse?
A lizard.
Oh, a lizard.
You know, when you get a big lizard, you know, when you try to catch, they open their mouth and try to snap at you. It don't hurt, but she didn't know that, so it startled her. But when she realized that it didn't hurt, and that's how it was trying to protect herself, it just made her more fascinated with fucking them up. So that's why she always go after them. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, but that's just DNA, man.
It's just DNA, yeah.
But yeah, cats and dogs are distinctly different, but I still say that they all have that primal instinct, but some of them easily, you know.
So what do you think is the best pet to have? Like, so would you rather go for a dog now or a cat? Having both?
Oh, cat, man, because they're easy to take care of. She go to the litter box, ain't got to worry about that shit. A dog, you got to take them out and walk them. You got to pick up the poo. If they pee on your grass, it'll kill you. It's just a lot goes with a cat. I mean, with a dog, but what makes Posh different is that if I had Posh on just like a regular cat food diet, then I could just go for days. I just put enough food and water out. She can take care of herself.
What kind of breed is she?
She's a Bengal.
Oh, Bengal, okay.
So if but because I got her on a raw meat diet, I just can't put a whole bunch of meat out and just be gone, you know what I'm saying? Because I know her, if the meat been out for too long, she won't eat it.
So it has to be cold?
I think she like it warm, but if it's like old and been out for like hours on top end, she knows that shit's old. Okay. But that's because she's spoiled like that. But a regular you gotta think lions, they kill, and that shit be out for days. And they still be eating on that shit. When it's spoiling and shit.
Leftovers.
Yeah, leftovers, but not her though. She just
get the good.
Yeah, because I see it old and I just dump it out.
Yeah.
But the average owner probably not gonna do that. They're gonna be like, well, fuck, you gonna eat it till it's gone. The average owner ain't gonna give her on the raw meat diet. They gonna give her the shit you buy at the pet store that's cheaper.
And you know that comes into a savage. That takes us deeper. I know we got to go to the gym, but it's like that kind of goes into like, okay, so imagine all the pets that don't get adopted. Mm-hmm. So the ones that got to live on the street. I don't even think, because pets are like children. Mm-hmm. So we don't even, a lot of times, like, we take for granted. So like, she don't even know that she, like, her eating every single day, getting raw meat diet, can play with her toys, that she's living the best life that she ever got. Right. But
compared to her brother that went with somebody else who probably ain't gonna take care of they probably not gonna give. No, most
you see what I'm saying?
The typical pet owner, shit, they barely surviving, so they ain't got all this extra money to be throwing at a pet.
No,
they just like, hey, you know, I'm gonna give you the regular basic and that's it. You know, but
that's why I say, like, even pets.
But I think cats are easier.
Yeah, okay.
Dogs, man, dogs, it just takes too much. Did one of the stand them had a dog or something? Did somebody have a dog?
Yeah.
Bro,
I wasn't really. The dog was huge. It was a freaking.
Yeah, man.
It was a Alaskan Malamute.
Alaska. A Malinois.
A Malamute. Alaskan Malamute.
They look like German Shepherds, right?
Yeah, Alaskan.
Yeah. It's a Malinois. That's what it's called, a Malinois. A lot of law enforcement agencies use them instead of using German Shepherds because the Malinois, their bite is a lot more aggressive. And
this mug was huge, and he used to talk to it crazy. So when I'm like, "Hey, come here," he'll look at me, and I'd be like, "Don't look at me like that." And then you know what I'm saying, like the dog.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, one time we looked at each other and Buddy and then he seen the vision that we had because I looked him in his eyes,
right?
And he seen the vision because I'm like, if you bite me,
that's it.
You gonna drag, but I was like, the vision that the dog seen made the dog leave. Right. I was like, because I'm telling you, I'm not going. So I'm like, you go me up,
right?
But I'm gonna pick you up. I think you're not gonna make it,
right?
So the dog left. And then he would just sit
I'm surprised you even had I mean, whose pet was it? That was the other buddy, the other dude, or was it Stan's dog?
I know it was the
Other dude.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. I'm surprised you even let a dog in your house, man. Because I don't think
I just felt it was more to take care of. Like,
it is more to take care of. And let me tell you something. Personally, if I had it, well, I mean, in my situation, I probably still would
and I
probably
don't
maybe got
believe
a
in
pet.
animal abuse. I don't. But if the dog is not your pet, and then you say, "Hey, come
You give it
here,"
a
or
command,
something,
it's
give it
not
a
gonna
command
really
and it
listen.
growls
It's
at you.
It don't respect you because it knows you're not the person that's feeding it. You're not the person
Exactly.
giving water. So they're gonna be loyal to whoever's taking care
Whoever's
of it.
feeding them.
Yeah, right.
So
right.
I was looking like food, and I'm like, since I'm looking like food, please believe me.
Right. But when, with cats, I mean, if you notice, Pasha interact with people, but for the most part, you can tell who her owner is because she let me do so I can go, she'll play and like run off or something like that. But if other people try to pet her, she won't even, like Bob he try to hold her in his lap and, he'll let her pick her up, but she ain't gonna stay there. She gonna be moving, but I can pick up and she'll just tolerate it because she understands, I'm the one that's making it happen for her, feeding her ass, so now animals ain't stupid. That's why the phrase of "don't bite the hand that feeds you," that applies to life. I mean, because if somebody looking out for you on the job, and then you get beside yourself, and then you pretty much do some slick shit, and you biting the hand that fed you, the person that's looking out for you and all this, and then now you crossing them. Eventually, what you think gonna happen? They're gonna get rid of your ass. Your ass gonna have to go. Yeah. That's why you never bite the hand that feeds you.
That's why I was like, because the dog had bit him. See, you know what I'm saying? His owner.
So the dog bite the owner. That's really no respect.
I'm like, look, I would have instantly. I'd have been like, all right, little buddy,
you gotta go.
You gotta go.
Yeah, he'd have to go if you.
All right, little buddy, come on.
None of my animals ever bit me.
I'm taking you straight to the shelter.
I mean, like cats are ferocious, man. But Posh, man, I can clip her nails and whatnot. But now somebody else, I know the vet said, man, I see how she is with you, but with us, she ferocious, bro. Yeah, she ferocious, man. She got all her claws and all that. Like most people used to declaw their
cats.
Yeah, but you can't. That's considered abuse because to declaw them is like cutting off you at the knuckle, cutting off you at the joint.
So it's painful.
Yeah. So they don't do it anymore.
Even neutering. Think about neutering, but they be spraying, and if they
I got to neuter because I know. I mean, the last thing I need is for her to get out, go and heat, and some neighborhood cat get her knocked up. Now I got a whole bunch of But I had to get her fixed anyway because that was part of the agreement with the breeder. Because I mean, if you buying the animal for purposes of breeding the animal and making money, they charge you a higher cost. Versus if you I'm gonna just have them as a pet owner, they charge you a lower fee. So to prevent you from just buying it up under the guise of I'm really gonna breed this motherfucker, but I ain't gonna tell them that, they make you sign an agreement. By this time, you gotta get the animal fixed, and if not, you gotta pay an additional $2,500. That's in the contract. So yeah,
that's what comes with exotic pets.
Yeah.
But all right, well, y'all want to be successful. Y'all want to be somewhere in life, but in order to do that, got to do something that you've never done before. And that's the reason that we're doing this right here. I want to thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and coming to the channel to check out Pops and I, and a lot more content coming soon. Happy 4th. Everybody be blessed. Be safe. We out.